fuck with this push.
Bitch, get off me. It's a different jingle when you hear these car keys. Your SL's missing the S.
What's up, y'all?
Hey guys.
It's us, Nine Money and fucking Jess, back again.
Okay, and we are the hosts of the Two Opinionated Podcast. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. So, today we have for you a debate segment. Me and I, we're going to debate a topic that we feel like is really important to us.
And I feel like a lot of people have been talking about it and they have different views on it. So I feel like, y'all got all these opinions, so why can't we share ours?
Right. We feel completely differently from each other. Like, our opinions differ a lot. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna we're gonna give ourselves a minute and 30 seconds each to hit our point. And you let us know, whose side are you on? Nine Monies or Jess?
Put it in the comments.
Let us know how you feel about our opinions. Give us some feedback. We're gonna be talking about sexual harassment allegations, and particularly how they relate to black icons and black public figures. I'm gonna start off, hit some points.
We're gonna do a minute and 30 seconds each. The topic of this debate is gonna be about the Me Too movement.
The Me Too movement versus black icons.
Yeah.
There we go.
We got the name. The Me Too movement, you said it started in 2006?
Yes, it was founded in 2006 to help survivors of sexual violence and harassment. Their mission was intended for mostly young women of color and low-income communities. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm gonna give myself a minute and 30 seconds. Okay, so I feel like these women, I just like to, I don't know, I'm taking forever. What I mostly feel like is people aren't taking accountability for putting themselves in certain situations. Not that I feel like any situation dictates any woman to be sexually harassed, because that is not okay and I do not condone of that. But I feel like there's certain situations that we as females put ourselves in that could have totally been avoided. And I feel like when we know that we could have just avoided the situation, we don't say that. Like, people don't feel like, oh, I could have just avoided this situation. Even though it's wrong what they did and that shouldn't have happened to me and I am a victim, I could have, it's just like the self-realization factor. Like, damn, I could have avoided this whole situation and this wouldn't have been happening to me. That's what I feel like. I feel like people aren't really, I feel like people who are backing them are just like, like, oh, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not, and it's not their fault that they got sexually harassed. But when you're not holding people accountable for their own actions, they make the same mistakes and they do the same dumb shit. So then it's just gonna be like, okay, well, now since you don't fuck.
Now I'm gonna give myself a minute and 30 seconds. So in response to what you just said, I understand what you mean by people taking accountability for their actions. Like, there is certain situations that, I wouldn't say people like put themselves in, but there are situations that you find yourself in that, you could be harassed or raped or whatever the case may be. Like, you fucking with a nigga that you was with and that you just met and he came over your house or something, whatever. However, the whole thing is like, men period, shouldn't be fucking raping people and they shouldn't be touching people. It shouldn't be like, I understand we have to protect ourselves, but why isn't that, we should hold them accountable as well. Like, they should be, held to a higher standard. Like, oh yeah, don't put yourself in that situation. Why are y'all raping people? Like, that's number one. Number two, in response to it being affecting black figures in the community, I feel like they've been protected by silence. Like, they've been doing shit, but they've been, Bill Cosby, for example, or like R. Kelly. Like, bitches ain't gonna come out and just be like, oh yeah, like this person needs to be this person. They ain't gonna do that shit because it's a stigma attached to it. Like people will be victim blaming. It's like, oh, what were you wearing? What did you do? This and that and the third. It's a lot of that going on. It's like, no, like why are they doing this to me? You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just not cool. Like they shouldn't be doing shit they do, especially R. Kelly. I don't like that nigga, but now I'm done.
Okay, so in response to, I'm trying to hurry up, like I wasted so much time last time. So in response to that, to the whole, like you said, you feel like people don't want to speak up because of victim blaming and shaming and everything. I just feel like if you're secure in what you know, like you telling the truth. So I don't care what nobody have to say about me. Like listen, this person violated me. I don't care what this person has to say about me. And I don't even think that it's just that, because a lot of them with Bill Cosby have been saying, oh, I didn't want to ruin my career. And then it's just like everybody wants to talk about the morals of these people who are sexually harassing women, which their morals are fucked up. But you can't speak on somebody's morals when you're a sellout. Like, you're literally selling out. Instead of trying to find another way to progress in your career, you gonna take that violation and you just gonna take it on the chin because you want your career. Like this is what you want to do. Instead of finding another role, like I'm never gonna let nobody violate me to get to where I want to be. I'm gonna find a way on my own. I don't care what it is, and I just feel like that's not it. I feel like that's not an excuse for women not to say nothing. Like, cause then it's just like, where are your morals at now? Like, I feel like for me, the worst thing that somebody could do is violate me sexually. That's the worst thing that anybody could do to me. I will never allow somebody to violate me sexually, and because they have money or because,
But yeah, like, I feel like what you said about them, you know, and their morals and them not wanting to lose their career and everything else, well, I feel like with that, it's like, you know, all right, like for example, you ever heard of Tanya Harding? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was watching her shit or whatever, and how she had was involved with breaking that bitch knee or whatever, and then she couldn't skate no more. Like that bitch been skating all her life. Her mom made her quit school, all that shit. So that's really all she knew, and all she wanted to do was be the best. And then they took that shit away from her. And it's like, what the fuck could you do? Like she trying to make money boxing and shit, but that probably, I don't know what her life is like now, but that probably doesn't amount to what she could have been doing being in the Olympics or whatever else. That goes, you know, with these actors and stuff, the actresses. I feel like, you know, some people, they pick up where they was fucking at and just go to Hollywood with all the fucking money in their pocket and hope on a fucking dream that they, like fucking Tiffany Haddish was living out her fucking car and shit. People be doing shit like that. So I feel like, you know, it's hard to find another career after somebody, you know, you could be blackballed in the industry. And I feel like now you can kind of speak up now because, you know, in the 80s and shit, it was really different for women. It was really different, a different type of society. So they couldn't really speak out. Yeah, there were outspoken people, but everybody isn't outspoken, and they couldn't get the silence that they need, or, you know, their attacker could possibly get let free, you know. So that's always a possibility, and some people don't want to go through that. I think I was done.
I get what you're saying. I completely get what you're saying on that, but that's nobody's fault but your own that you're too sensitive to speak up, or because that's how I feel. And I'm not trying to be, it's coming off as insensitive, but I'm not trying to be insensitive. This is just me, like the type of person that I am. So it's hard for me to like understand like why people are so sensitive. Like you said, this is something that you work for. I slept in my fucking car for this. I was homeless. I'd be damned if I let somebody be like, everything that I worked hard for, I'ma just sell my soul. Like, you feel me? Or even like, cause that's really what it is. Like you really selling out to get to where you want to be. But even off of that topic, like off of just like that subject, the part that I don't like the most is that they're like professional things that they've worked hard for. Like that doesn't, just because they you know sexually assaulted someone doesn't mean that in their careers they didn't do what they were supposed to do in their careers. Like, and their legacies are being torn down, they're being destroyed because of that. Like I say, like personally, they need to be held accountable for it. But professional wise, like that, it's two separate things. People have to learn to separate the two. And I don't agree with their professional careers being torn down. I'm done.
I feel like in regards to their professional career getting taken down or taken apart or whatever, you know, it's consequences to when you choose to do these types of things to these people. I mean, I understand what you mean, because there are white people that have been, you know, involved in the Me Too movement as well. Who,
None.
Feel me? And
Nothing.
you know, and it's
Nothing.
a lot. And it was another guy, I forget his name, but he had a little show on Fox or whatever, and like he got accused of sexual harassment. He got his show taken away, which, I mean, like, that's not on a big scale like that. Like, his career hasn't been torn down, you know, and tarnished. And that's all because of the society that we live in. So I recognize that, and I do see where there is a divide, and where they do try to make an example out of black people. However, you know, you have to, and they should deal with the consequences, just like I feel like black people should deal with the consequences. Like, if Bill Cosby is getting his star taken off of Hollywood, and, you know, all the other shit that he did, he should never been out here fucking raping people. Same with fucking R. Kelly getting his music. His music ain't even really taken off of Spotify. It's just off of the playlist. Like, if he don't want his shit off of the playlist but still on the app, he shouldn't have been fucking peeing on people and locking people in houses and shit like that. That shit shouldn't have happened. Like, I feel like it's consequences to your actions, and I don't feel bad for them. I don't. But do I feel like white people should be held accountable? Yes. And I do see the divide. So don't try and make it seem like I'm gonna apologize, because I'm not. Not with these fucking colonizers. But yeah, I'm done. How many seconds I got left? 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So, you know.
See, that's where okay, when I say that, like, people are like, oh, I can't even watch the Cosby Show because he doing this to women. Like, or for example, Jerry Seinfeld said he can't watch I do too. He can't watch the Cosby Show because of this. And it's just like, you don't know this man personally. Like, so the shit that he, like, as a personal man, I don't fuck with Bill Cosby. Like, if he's doing this to women, I don't fuck with him, period, as a person. But Bill Cosby as a comedian, as a philanthropist, everything that he's done, I respect, and I have the utmost respect for him. What he's done for the black community, I don't have the utmost respect for him as a person, because he is definitely harassing these women. Well, yeah, I'm not even going to that. The only one that he agreed to is the case in 2004, but I'm not going there. That's neither here nor there. But as a professional, I respect him. I'm not gonna stop respecting what he did, what he was continuing to do. Like, that doesn't take anything away from his professional career. Like, he's done so much for the black community, so much for education. That doesn't take away from it for me. But as a person, yes, I agree.
I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, he has done a lot for the black community, and you can't take that away from him, and you can't do nothing but to respect
People
that.
are, though.
However, he still did. I don't feel bad. Like, you can do everything for you. Like, all right, where the fuck you did for Temple? Because I don't know that much about Bill Cosby. I don't read into him. I just know his show, and I just know he's been around for a while, and he has been an icon, you know, of the black family. However, you know, I don't know him like that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, he could have did whatever for Philadelphia, for Temple, however, whatever the case may be. I'm a woman, okay? I'm a woman. I'm a black woman at that, so I'm a double minority, and I don't agree with.
We are the majority, not the minority.
In the society.
Yes, society.
But I don't agree with violence against women. I don't agree with sexual advances. I don't agree with nothing that violates a woman, that violates my womanhood. I don't agree with that. So I can't, like, I can respect what he did, you know, as a whatever, outside of that person that he was, but that doesn't change my mind about what I feel like his repercussions are. I feel like they were just, you know. Okay. So that just, to me, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. And same thing with R. Kelly. I don't care what the fuck he put out. That's neither here nor there. You can make the best music and still be fucking terrible. Like, I don't care about R&B, so I'm right. Cool with getting the fuck out of here. But yeah, so what I got? Oh, okay.
Okay, so we just want to give y'all a little conclusion, because that was the last debate. Because we could go on forever and never about this. Like, we have so many scenarios, but we don't want to take up too much of your time. But I think that we kind of was, like, agreeing with each other for the most part. Like, I feel like you said, I'm a woman and a black woman at that. So I don't agree with violence against women or sexual advances against women or sexual harassment or whatever. But for me, it's just like, we have to learn, like, certain situations we don't need to put ourselves in. period. One, that's how I feel. And two, I'm just not gonna crucify somebody in their professional career. Like, I will crucify them as a person, I will scrutinize them as a person, and I personally will not fuck with them. But professionally, if they're doing great things, I'm gonna, especially if they're black, professionally if they're doing great things, I'm going to support them professionally. That's just something that I'm going to do. Because I can separate people's personal life from their professional careers. And I understand everybody can't do that, but however, I will and continue to do so.
I feel like I agree with what she's saying. Like, I can separate to, you know what I'm saying? It has...
And I don't feel bad for them. Like I don't want to make it seem like I feel bad for them, because I don't. Like, you deserve... That's that karma that you put into the world. Like, you deserve everything that's coming back to you. But professional-wise, again...
I just feel like, you know, if your crime is like heinous like that, to me that's especially heinous. So I just like I cannot look past that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fuck with it. Like, for example, like Chris Brown, I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into that, but it is. But so like I don't, and plus, like I said, I don't care about R&B, so I don't give a fuck about his music. I don't give a fuck about what he did, what he do as a father, whatever. I don't care about stuff like that. So I feel how I feel about that. You know, I understand. You know, I feel like the fact that they're making an example out of black people and not out of these white people. You know, I feel like that's a definite, you know, imbalance, and everybody should be getting the same treatment.
But
you know.
we know what it is.
But that's a whole nother like
topic
issue.
Yeah, we're not gonna go back today.
So you know what I'm saying. But I feel like within our own community, I feel like we need to hold everybody accountable. I do understand what you mean about, you know, women putting themselves in situations, but again, the onus is on the man. You shouldn't have made them advances, or you should have just. If she came on to you and then she said no, you should have just chalked it.
Everything else, like I said, I completely agree with you. I feel like we agree on pretty much everything, but we just have like our own
our own reservations.
Yeah,
right.
It's our conclusion.
Right, it's our conclusion. That's our debate topic.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. We are the hosts of the Two Opinionated Podcast.
Feel me? Until next time, we'll see y'all.
Out.